Ashlesha has four padas. The first pada is excellent for lawyers, for policemen, for medical practitioners, for investigating officers. When ascendant Ashlesha is rising in the first pada, the person happens to be a good fighter. He never gives up. He continues to strive until he achieves his goal. He is perfectly aware that great things take time. These men and women are inclined towards following the dharma. They are very moody by nature. In the morning they may seem alright, and in the evening they may become wild. So the mood keeps swinging. If the horoscope is weak and Mercury is afflicted, then the person may have bipolar disorder. However, if Mercury is well placed, Moon is strong, then the person is normal, though his mood often keeps changing. Ashlesha first pada native is much interested in the higher philosophy of life and often takes great interest in reading spiritual books, motivating books, self-help books. Ashlesha second pada men and women are excellent dealers. They know how to make a deal, and so this is a good placement for those who aspire to become successful businessmen. This placement also brings great interest in having more and more sexual relations. In a way, it makes the person more sexual by nature, especially if Ashlesha is rising on the ascendant. These men and women always need a partner. They hate to live alone. And so, if Venus is good, then from early age they find good partners and they also enjoy much through their relationship. If Venus is afflicted, then such men and women will find partners but will go through multiple relationships. Ashlesha second pada makes the person more social and is generally liked by others. This is also a good placement for succeeding in politics. Many successful politicians have Ashlesha rising in second pada. One of them is our late Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi. She was born with Cancer ascendant in Ashlesha Nakshatra second pada, and she was liked by millions of Indians. Probably after Jawaharlal Nehru, she was the most popular Indian leader of those times. Ashlesha third pada is a high voltage point, and so the person goes through great transformation. Many shocks and tragic events happen, but all of these upheavals eventually shape the native's persona, and he emerges as a winner, as a hero. Hitler was born with Ashlesha in third pada, and though it has been a fashion to criticize Adolf Hitler for his ruthless administration, still it is important to note that he gave a sense of dignity and pride to millions and millions of Germans who otherwise were lost and ill-treated by the Jews in Germany. Tragic end and tragic events is a part and parcel of this placement, and so Adolf Hitler had to go through a very difficult childhood days. During his childhood days, he would often see the kind of exploitation that the Jews in Germany were doing, and probably this observation led to his hatred towards the Jews. History is not what you read in the books. History is what you get to know from those who have lived and met Hitler in person. And I had met someone very special who had seen Hitler, who had met Hitler and had several interactions with Hitler. And he was of the view that Hitler was wronged by the Jews from the very early days of his life. So it is necessary to have a balanced view on Hitler rather than being biased towards the Jews. The mass killing of Jews that Hitler initiated is certainly wrong and should be condemned, but one should also study the facts that triggered this kind of hatred in him towards the Jews. Yet another wonderful example of Ashlesha Nakshatra Pada third is Ram Das, the close disciple of Neem Karoli Baba. Ram Das' birth name was Richard Alpert. He was also known as Baba Ramdas. Richard Alpert was an American spiritual teacher, guru of modern yoga, psychologist, and author. He was the author of the best-selling book Be Here Now. The book helped popularize Eastern spirituality and yoga in the Western countries. In 1967, Richard Alpert traveled to India and became a disciple of Neem Karoli Baba, who gave him the name Ram Das, meaning servant of Ram, Lord Ram. Richard Alpert, aka Ram Das, was born with Ashlesha rising on Cancer ascendant in third pada. The former president of US, Donald Trump, is also born with Ashlesha third pada. He went through many ups and downs in life. There was a time when he had filed for bankruptcy. And then a time came in his life when he became the president of US. Unimaginable, surprising events happen when Ashlesha is in the third pada. The fourth pada of Ashlesha is very special. In fact, it is my favorite. This is the most purest form of Ashlesha, the fourth pada. Great persons such as Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was born with Ashlesha in fourth pada. The height of Nehru is such that it cannot be understood by those who just want to target his legacy for their own political interests. Yet another great example of Ashlesha fourth pada is the third president of US, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was born with Ashlesha rising on Cancer ascendant. Fourth pada Ashlesha natives are much interested in the higher philosophy of life. They take great interest in spiritual teachings, spiritual sharings, and they themselves also have the potential to evolve as great spiritual masters. Natives born with Ashlesha fourth pada are much inclined towards seeking their guru. And once they find their guru, then they never leave. They remain at the feet of their master. Happy and joyous, they continue to serve the divine master. Faith is very strong when native is born with Ashlesha fourth pada. They simply walk with faith and not with fear. One whose faith is unwavering definitely succeeds in doing what he is meant to do. The divine compassionate master Neem Karoli Baba quotes, "There are people who get exactly what they want,